garage that I can manufacture and sell online, and then I just have to ship it. The cost to me of putting together the game is $6 per game. The cost of the equipment that I bought, the cost of my time, the cost of the utilities, etc., that work in my garage, I figure my fixed costs are about $800 a month.
How much are you going to lose?
I'm considering two options. Option A, my price, I could sell this thing for $9. The buyer pays shipping, so shipping's not a cost. Option B is I could sell this thing for $15. Which one should I do? How many would I have to sell in each case? What's the break-even point under Plan A and Plan B? How do you calculate break-even? Do you remember that off the top of your head? Say again?
I said I remember doing it.
It's your fixed cost divided by your contribution margin. Your contribution margin is your price minus your variable cost. This is my variable cost, $6 per game. This is my fixed cost, $800 a month. With option A, I would have $800 to recover by making $3 per unit. Option B, I would have 800 units to cover by making $9 per unit. Are you with me on those numbers? First case, I'd have to sell 267 units to cover my fixed costs. Somebody better check me for the math there. Does that make sense? Everybody tracking with me? Every time I sell it for $9, it costs me $6, so I got $3 left over to help pay my fixed costs. What's my break even on the other side? I think it's only 78 units, but again, you better check my math. Hopefully somebody out there is using a calculator, right? How we do it?
Confused myself.
Say again?
I said I confused myself.
Anybody confirming those numbers? Y'all looking at me like I'm speaking Egyptian.
Sell it at $10.
Huh?
Sell it at $10.
Where's the second number? I'm sorry.
Which second number?
The B, option B, how much you have?
$15 is the price. Cost is $6, so I have $9 contribution.
It's 88.
I was just going to say that's
That's
88.
right.
Good, okay.
That's
That's right. 9 times 9 okay. 88?
More like 89.
89?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on. What do we get? 88, 89,
Right.
or 89 units. Okay. So what's a better approach? Which is the better price?
How many people out there are buying? Yeah.
That's right. How big is the market? How big is the market? That's all. Suppose I said I think I can sell 1,000 units. Which one would I want to do? If I'm sure I'll sell 1,000 units a month, which price should I choose?
$15.
Why?
Profit.
Because after I sell the 89th unit and pay the fixed costs, I'm making $9 on every one of those puppies. But if I went over here, take me forever to break even, and then I'm still only making $3 a piece. You got your head around that okay? It's not real complicated. Just want you to be able to knock out a kind of a quick break even. It won't be quite this easy, but it'll be pretty straightforward. Okay. And then you want to be able to ask, what if I found a way to produce it for only $4? But as a result, my fixed costs went up to $1,000 a month. Would that be a better system? You do the math, and you figure out where's the break-even point, and if I can get there, how far past that can I get, and how much money would I make in either case? So we can do it. That's all. Okay so far? This is the appropriate answer, right? This means I don't understand, right? And goodness knows what else signals you might send me. Let's try another one. The retirement program. You've got a company where your average employee is 36 years old. They're planning to work until they are 67 years old, because they're not going to get Social Security before that. Welcome to America. They have a life expectancy of 86. You want to calculate the cost per $1,000 of pension to pay this person when he retires. You want to be able to pay him $1,000 a month. Okay? From 67 to 86 years old. And you figure that by taking money and investing it somewhere, that the appropriate discount rate or interest rate for doing this calculation is going to be 5%. You think you can make 5% average return on your money. That's your situation. I want you to tell me how much per month you need to set aside to put into this plan to have this pension waiting for this employee when they get to be 67 years old. Okay? Did you do one like this before? It's a backwards process. We say, look, from 67 to 86, how long is that? He's going to draw 19 years worth of pension once a month, so 12 times a year. So whatever 12 times 19 is, he's going to get 228 payments. So here's my calculation. Payment, PMT, 228. The interest rate, it's 5% per year, but we're doing this on a monthly basis. So it's 5 divided by 12, 1/12 of 5 for your monthly interest. Okay. I'm sorry, I said payment 228. My mistake. What is that supposed to be? It's in the number of payments. The payment amount we said we're going to be giving this person is $1,000. So I want to calculate the amount of money I need in the bank in 19 years. Or when they get to be 67 years old, sorry. Calculate the present value I must have in the bank to be able to begin paying that pension. So, if you remember how to do that with a calculator, what's the first thing you do? Clear the TVM. Second button up there, second, and then next row down on the far right, clear TVM. So there's no numbers in the registry. Then you're going to put in 228 and press N. You're going to do 5 divided by 12 equals, and press IY. And then you're going to make the payment a negative number, because this money is going to be going out. So I'm going to say 1,000. I'm going to change the sign to a negative and press payment, PMT. So I put these three elements into my calculator. Now I want to calculate the present value, so I say compute CPT at the top left, TV.
I'm gonna go. I just can't stop coughing. I just started a Z-Pack, but it's not working.
I understand. There's a lot of them going around.
I'm sorry. And I'm trying not to cough. It's making it worse. You know what I mean? I just, feel like I'm giving everybody a headache.
Well, I'll try to post this video in the next day or two. So.
All right, thank you.
Anybody get an answer?
146,000.
$146,998.78. What does that number represent?
The money that needs to be in the bank at age 67.
This is the money that you have to have in the bank for this person when they hit 67 years old and retire. If you're going to pay them $1,000 a month. If you want to pay them $2,000 a month, double that. Okay? So this number now becomes the future value that you want to achieve starting today. 146,998. We'll just round it off. How long do you have to build that fund up to 146,000?
19 years.
How long?
Oh,
31 years. He's 36 today. He's going to retire at 67. You have 31 years, and you're going to make monthly payments, so we multiply that by 12. $372 payments that you will make for this person's pension. The interest rate is still the same, IY. It's 5%, but we're doing it monthly, so 1/12 of 5. 5 divided by 12. And then I want to calculate how much I must pay into this retirement fund for this employee. Compute payment. And clearly I left something out, so we'll do it again. Anybody else get a payment?
165.70.
$165.70 per month that you would have to contribute if you were going to furnish this person with that pension. Or, in the alternative, perhaps you could figure out a way to split that so that you put up half of it and the employee contributes half of it.
Oh, sounds like Social Security.
I'm sorry?
Sounds like Social Security.
Very much, isn't it? And just about as lousy a return, but with more risk if you have to put it in the stock market. So, this is the kind of retirement, if you will, calculation I would like you to be able to do on the exam. And it may be you calculating your own pension and how much you'd have to pay in to get to build it up, etc. But this is something you should be able to do pretty straightforward. Questions? Comments? About the work, not about my character. Anybody here taking the finance course next term? No?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, wait. Accounting comes before finance, right?
Take accounting first.
Yeah, I'll take accounting.
Okay. When I teach a finance course, I'm not teaching it these days, but I wear you out with this thing, with these kind of calculations. I think as in any managerial role, you cannot be afraid of numbers. You cannot be afraid to wade in and learn how to solve something numerically. I had a student in the HSA program tell me one time in finance, she said, I just can't do this, but I'll just hire somebody for me who will do it for me. What do you think of that?
I'll be blind, bigger risk off.
I'm just thinking, if you can't do that, you probably can't keep account of petty cash. You probably can't keep account of accounts payable and payments on accounts. And this person will set up an artificial company and they'll pay themselves that way and you'll never know. I'd like to be your bookkeeper. I'll be setting up my own damn pension. This isn't high math. This is just common sense, right? All right, your comments. That was my show and tell for tonight. I mean, looking for anything else from you guys. A little bit on the test, a little bit of general management perspective, and a little bit of number crunching. Hour and 10 minutes. Nous sommes finis. Are we finished? Let's try this.
You talk about taxidermy now?
We can always talk about taxidermy, but taxidermy and management. Wasn't a whole lot of management going on there. It was just me and my partner. She was a woman. She was truly the taxidermist. But we had disagreements. We would disagree about what price should we charge next fall for our standard, most common product, mounting a deer head. Any management involved in that? You find your facts. You calculate your break even. How much is it costing? How many deer heads can we turn out every year? And what's our cost for that period of time? What are the facts? You know, how many deer have we done in the past? How many will we lose if we raise the price by the incredibly ridiculous amount you want to do? Right? What else? Persuasion. Management involves persuasion, right? And you persuade some people with facts and some people with emotionally. Anybody here done any sales before? What do they teach you about sales? How does a person make a decision to buy? It goes from logic to emotion to logic. And so you explain something to somebody with the facts, and you get them into agreement with it. Is this right? Is this right? Is this right? Does it all make sense? Yeah. Now just think about it. If we had the price at that level, we'd be doing less work. We'd be doing a lot more, having a lot more fun, having weekends off, starting to enjoy. Oh yeah, it's sounding pretty good. Good. Let's go back through it one more time. If we did this and this and this and this, we'd be better off, right? Bingo. Persuasion. Sales. Sales is persuasion. It's not beating over the head. It's logic and emotion and logic. She was a high C personality, as she needed to be in that kind of work. It's very detailed, very meticulous. And I'm a very S personality. I'm kind of laid back and take it easy. You think there was a little bit of disagreement here and there? So we had to learn how to talk to each other without throwing stuff across the shop at each other. I'm sorry, I'm buying. Management includes management of a marriage, management of children, management of a sports team, a youth soccer team. I was a referee and refereed soccer for 15 years, from 8 years old up to adult. You think there wasn't any management on that soccer field? Every single game. I've had police escorts off the field and out of town. I've been assaulted by soccer players multiple times. Those were the failures. We had some good times too. Everything is management. If you're interacting with another person, it involves some aspect of management. If you can do it well, you're going to enjoy life. And if you can't, learn. Okay, the sermon is ended. Mass is over. Onomatopoeia, or whatever it is they say at the end of Mass. Go in peace. Bye.